Hello and welcome to another video. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different, so we're playing a game, and I honestly don't know if anyone has done this before. I tried to look it up, but I couldn't find anything that was exactly like what I'm going to do, so if you do, please leave a link down below so I can check them out. But today I am doing Ship Wars, and what that means is that in this mug I have 16 different ships, and I am going to put them against one another until we get to the top ship, the supreme ship, the OTP of the ships. So I tried to put some that I didn't like, but they're all from books that I have read, and if I read a book, the most likely thing is that I will like the ship in it. Also, this video is going to be based on young adult books, so just so you know. I decided I was going to stick to one ship per book series. This video does not contain spoilers because the ships that I use are alluded to in the synopsis of the book, or you can tell right away that they're going to be appearing in the book, but I will not spoil if they are endgame or not. So without further ado, let's see what our first ship war is. Okay, let's see. The first one, in the first bracket, we have Nova and Adrian from the Renegades trilogy, and Alex and Henry from Red, White, and Royal Blue. Now, I'm gonna try really hard to separate ship from book, because book-wise, I liked Red, White, and Royal Blue a lot more than Renegades, which, in my opinion, makes no sense, because if Renegades had just the makings of being one of my favorite book series ever, because it's sci-fi in the future about superheroes, and it is very diverse, and it has a female protagonist that is super badass and a great plot. But even though I liked it, it's like a B+ for me. But on the other hand, Red, White, and Royal Blue was definitely one of my favorite and most surprising reads of last year. So, even though I really love Nova and Adrian, I think their relationship is just a little bit worse for me, just because it was built on a lie. But on the other hand, Alex and Henry are so cute together, and I cannot get enough of them. So for this one, Alex and Henry are moving on to the next round, so I'm sorry, Nova and Adrian. I do love you though. Okay, let's see. Round number 2 is Gangsy and Blue from the Raven Cycle, and they are battling against Ruby and Liam from the Darkest Minds. Oh no! I hold so much nostalgia for these two ships, and I don't know why, but they kind of seem similar to me. They give me the same vibe, although it doesn't make any sense because the characters are nothing alike. I think I have a lot more nostalgia for Ruby and Liam because I was so in love with The Darkest Minds when I read it. When I reached the end of The Darkest Minds, I almost cried, and I never cry in any books, and reading Neverfade was so painful. But a good painful, you know? But on the other hand, Gangsy and Blue are so cute together. I love every single one of their interactions. I love their whole thing. They're so cute. But in the end, I think nostalgia has to win this one, because even though I liked Ruby and Liam less in the Afterlight, I don't think I've ever loved Gangsy and Blue as much as I loved Ruby and Liam in the peak of my obsession with The Darkest Minds. So just because of that, Ruby and Liam win this one. Next up, we have, ooh, I took 4 out. We have...
They're so hard to unfold.
Katniss and Peeta, aka Penis, from the Hunger Games, a great ship, like my OG ship, probably, and Day and June from the Legend trilogy. Honestly, it's kind of no contest. I love both of them, but Katniss and Peeta is where it's at because they have a good ending. And I'm not gonna spoil what happens to June and Day, but let me just tell you, it was painful. And that novel that came out a couple of years ago to patch everything up did not help. So, penis for the win. Then we have Lara Jean and Peter Kay from To All the Boys against Alina and Mal from Shadow and Bone, another easy one. Although Alina and Mal did grow on me, especially in that last book, I'm gonna have to say Lara Jean and Peter Kay because I'm a basic girl, okay, and I fell in love with Peter Kay the first time I watched the movie. And then the first time I read the first book. So, even though I don't love him as much now, I was really, really in love then, and I think their relationship is so cute, at least from what I remember. So, Lara Jean and Peter Kay win this one. Next up, we have Simon and Baz from the Carry On trilogy, and James and Lily from Harry Potter. You might be wondering why I didn't pick Harry and Ginny or Ron and Hermione from the Harry Potter series. But it's simply because I just find Lily's and James' relationship so much more interesting, which is weird because we've honestly never, seen it, only in someone's flashbacks, but I really love it. I can't tell you how much fanfiction I've read from their relationship, but it wouldn't be fair to pick their relationship over Simon's and Baz's because, I've read 2 books surrounding this relationship, and I've read fanfiction surrounding this one, so Baz and Simon win. It's kind of unfair, but I do really love their relationship, so I'm not mad about it. We have Clary and Jace from The Mortal Instruments, and then we have Ronan and Adam from Call Down to Hawk. Now, if you recall, I said I was going to choose only one ship from each book series, so this is a little loophole I found because Ronan and Adam, besides being in the Raven Cycle, are in Call Down to Hawk, so there you go, loophole. But obviously I like Ronan and Adam better because they never thought they were siblings and still made out. So that's that. Next up we have so many. We have Kaz and Inej from Six of Crows, and if you've seen my vlog, my reading vlog, you know how I feel about them. And then we have Bella and Edward from Twilight. So is this even a competition? Is this even fair? No, it isn't, because Kaz and Inej are part of a book that is in my all-time favorites top 3, and they're probably my top 3 OTPs. I don't know. Should I do a video about that? Should I tell you guys my top 10 OTPs? I don't know, but they win. Final battle in the first round, and I know who these people are. So, Julian and Emma from the Dark Artifices. And Percy and Annabeth from Percy Jackson and the Olympians. So, what else is there to say? Obviously, Percy and Annabeth wins because Percabeth is my life. I did really enjoy seeing all of Julian's and Emma's drama because that trilogy is just filled with so much relationship drama. It's it oozes relationship drama, and it was very fun to read. A little bit hard because it was a lot. A lot. If you like relationship drama, they're a fun pair to read from. But they're not Percabeth. So now we have the second round, and we have to assume that all of these couples in here are at least a B tier for me. So it's going to be much harder. And number 1, we have Ronan and Adam again, obviously again, and they're against Alex and Henry. This is so hard because I have more history with Ronan and Adam because I've read 5 books about their relationship. But all of those 5 books I didn't love as much as Red, White, and Royal Blue. So how do I decide this? I think I'm gonna have to choose Alex and Henry because I loved them every single minute that I was reading that book, but I'm not 100% about this decision, so it could have just as easily gone the other way if I filmed it this afternoon instead of right now. Then Simon and Baz against Kaz and Inej. And I feel sorry for Simon and Baz because they never stood a chance. This is really sad because I love them so much, but they're not.
Kinesh? In Nikas? What's her ship name?
Either way, next round is Laura Jean and Peter Kay, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to survive this. And Percy and Annabeth was right. I saw the future and Persebeth won. It was a very easy win, but a fair one. And the last one for this round is Ruby and Liam against Katniss and Peeta. Nostalgia at its finest now. These are very similar couples because they're both from my YA dystopian craze in the 2010s. They're both from some of the first book series, book trilogies I read and fell in love with, but ultimately I think it has to be Katniss and Peeta, I feel like, out of nostalgia, just because I remember reading those books for the first time and rereading every single scene that Katniss and Peeta were in together so many times that I knew all of them by heart, and that just didn't happen as much. And I feel like I would enjoy a reread of The Hunger Games more than a reread of The Darkest Minds. That is not to say that I don't love both of them. I love both of them, and it was really hard to choose, but now it's up to the top 4. Let's see, round 3, who can start us off? Alex and Henry. I'm honestly surprised they made it this far, but apparently I really like them. And we have them against Percy and Annabeth. I don't like them that much, so Percy and Annabeth win that round. I think we all see where this is heading. But then we have Katniss and Peeta. I already forgot who else is still here. Cass and Inej. I'm sorry, Katniss and Peeta. So, by default, our last round is Cass and Inej against Persebeth. So, it's nice to see that Persebeth won this game. Does it surprise anyone? No. Does it surprise me? Even less. That was it. That was me playing Ship Wars. I don't know if anyone else has played it, but it's super fun. I always enjoy talking about my favorite ships, so I hope you guys liked it. Please let me know down below if you agree with my decisions or if you strongly disagree with one of the ships I kicked out. Please leave a like if you like this video, subscribe, click that bell button so you get notifications every time I post a new video, and I post quite frequently on this channel. So I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye!